Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, Alfa's in the news as they got pricing on the brand new Giulia. Now this vehicle comes in several different variants. We're going to talk about the high-low as far as this vehicle is concerned as far as pricing. The base model comes with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder unit making 280 horsepower and has a starting price of $37,995 US. Then you can go all the way up to the top of the tree. The Quadrifoglio comes with a 2.9-liter twin turbocharged 6 that makes over 500 horsepower. That particular vehicle starts off at $72,000, and these vehicles will be available in the back half of 2016, front half of 2017. Next up on the list, Toyota showing off their brand new World Rally Championship weapon of choice. This is the brand new Yaris WRC. Now this vehicle's got some real tricks up its sleeve because development has been going on the bulk of the year, including their team manager who is many-time WRC champion Tommy Mäkinen. But they've got another ace up their sleeve because one of the shoes have dropped as far as the Volkswagen factory team, the ex-works team that is no more, that being Jari-Matti, who will be piloting one of these machines. In fact, one of the WRC2 champs is actually stepping back to allow him to take over this ride. That young man will actually be making his debut in Portugal about 6 rallies into the season. Some other interesting news. Apparently the folks over at Toyota and Gazoo Racing are actually going to be doing a specialty model, possibly working together on a hot hatch version of the Yaris that could be coming out. Could we see a all-wheel drive Yaris, maybe with some WRC hints? We'll have to wait and see on those fronts, but I tell you what, this thing looks pretty doggone good. With that much development work that they've done over this past year, it may be coming out swinging at Rally Monte Carlo. Now, some cleanup from last week's episode where we talked about the Fiesta WRC. Well, little trick if you've seen it up on the Facebook page, but Malcolm Wilson made the announcement this week that the other shoe has dropped as far as the 2 top-level drivers of that former Volkswagen Works team. 4-time champion Sebastian Ogier will be at M Sport, assuming teaming up with Mads Osberg in this machine. So this vehicle supposedly is too a very, very good piece. So Rally Monte Carlo is going to be an exciting deal, and it's not too very many days away. Next up on the list, Ferrari is in the news. This is the brand new J50. Now, the J50 is a special model indeed with a lot of new parts and pieces, especially when it comes to the bodywork part of it. It also comes with a 3.9-liter twin turbocharged V8, making 681 horsepower, 560 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through a 7-speed automatic gearbox, and of course the vehicle is rear-wheel drive. You can especially see all the bodywork extras that come in on the back half of this machine. The trick of this vehicle, the J50, that gives away a little bit of what exactly this vehicle is because it's a celebration piece for the 50 years that Ferrari's been selling units inside of the country of Japan. Now, they're only going to build 10 of these vehicles, and they have yet to release the pricing. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty steep indeed for this special edition model. And they haven't released just when exactly these things will be hitting dealer showrooms, but like all people, we're probably thinking that these vehicles already all been spoken for as of now. Next up on the list, Mercedes-Benz showing off the brand new EClass Coupe that they're going to be debuting at the Detroit Motor Show. The first thing I thought of is you look at the rear window arrangement right behind the front doors. It's almost got that little bit of a look with that rear vent window that this vehicle should have had 4 doors. But that being said, we've got 4-door coupes out there in the world. What not to say that now we have a 2-door sedan. Now this vehicle comes in several different variants as well, including 2 2-liter turbocharged gasoline units. There's also a 2-liter turbocharged diesel unit. The top of the tree, at least for now, is a 3-liter turbocharged V6. That making 330 horsepower and 350 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through a 9-speed automatic gearbox. The vehicle can be gotten in rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive variants. 0 to 60 comes in at 5.3 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, the real trick piece in this vehicle is the infotainment/instrument cluster that's actually all one piece, and it really dominates the dashboard of this machine. It's supposedly infinitely configurable as well, as you can set it up just exactly the way you want. Like I said, this vehicle will be debuting at the Detroit Motor Show. We don't know pricing or availability. We're assuming those are going to come out very soon, and also we're wildly waiting the brand new AMG model of this vehicle that could be coming out or sourcing out sometime in the year 2017. Last up on the list, Aston Martin, taking maybe a little page out of the folks over at Jaguar, because the Aston Martin Works Group is actually working on some continuation machines, this being the DB4 GT. Now, these vehicles were built way back in the day, and in fact, this particular machine is going to be built on the base 8 models that were actually the lightweight racer versions, meaning this vehicle is going to have a fully tube frame chassis and an all hand-built aluminum bodywork. Now, the vehicle's got a little bit of modern upgrades, including a Tedek straight 6 that's actually making 340 horsepower, albeit thanks to 2 plugs per cylinder, which is kind of interesting indeed, that it can be able to get that much air to be able to get that much fire from that much fuel. The vehicle comes with a 4-speed manual transmission, and it has a limited slip rear differential. Now, they're opening up a bunch of racetracks all over the world to help you come to grips with just how exactly to drive this particular machine, which is a pretty cool deal, including places like Abu Dhabi that they're actually going to allow you to actually circle around and, like I say, come to grips with a car that is vintage except for some modern day parts. Now, Aston claims they're only going to build 25 of these machines, and they have yet to release pricing. They do say that these vehicles will be going into production in the third quarter of 2017, with hopefully a late 2017 release date. Now, I'm assuming these things are going to have a hefty price tag, and I'm assuming there's no amount of punters that won't be in line trying to get their hands on these continuation Aston Martins. Pretty cool deal that these manufacturers are building some of these old units from way back in the day. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. The link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.